Hello, Blades. We are riding a massive high right now. This is 4 wins in a row. And this one, it really felt like a massive statement of intent to me. We swept away Stoke and they were, I think, 3rd in the league at the point that they arrived at Bramall Lane. And we put in probably the most complete performance of the season by a long, long way. 4 goals, 4 wins in a row. And say it quietly, but we even managed to gain 3 points on Coventry up at the top of the league. No, probably not. But let's get into our player ratings before we get too carried away with the form of this current Blades side. So, starting in goal with number 1, Michael Cooper. I've given Cooper a confidence-boosting 7. Look, he had an absolute horror show, didn't he, at Leicester? Let's not hide away from it. But he's bounced back with a clean sheet. No, he didn't have much to do. But when he was coming out to claim crosses, whether it was punching, catching, he had one relatively straightforward save to make, up close, in the box, smothered down the angle, took it in his chest. So, yeah, it's a clean sheet. Yes, it's not busy. It's not a fantastic performance. But everything that he needed to do got done. And you can't ask any more than that. It was a quiet afternoon. That's exactly what we needed. And so, yes, a 7 for Michael Cooper. Onto the defence and 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗍. 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗍, I'm giving a big old 10. Because, look, this is the second time I've given a 10 in the last 4 games, which feels very excessive and like I'm getting over carried away. But last time it was 𝗬𝗏𝗏 Campbell. We were caught up in the emotion, the excitement, the performance at Hillsborough, and he got a boosted 10, if we're being honest with ourselves. It was very much I've enjoyed today, and that's a 10. Whereas this feels more like, I don't know what else 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗍 could have done on the day. He was up against one of the most informed wingers in the division with Sorba Thomas, kept him completely quiet. He gave him nothing at all. There was no threat, no chances. Sorba was subbed after an hour because he was having such a little impact on the game. And that's because Seriki completely locked down that right-hand side. You've then got the fact that he scored a wonder goal, popping one in the top corner from 25 yards with an unbelievable finish. You've got the fact that he's managed to play a beautiful 1-2 to create the 3rd goal with a lovely bit of play and a fantastic cross. Goals, assists, clean sheets. You cannot ask any more from one of your centre-halves. He had a fantastic game, fantastic performance. And yeah, I think he's earned it. 10 for 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗍. Into the defence, I've got an 8 for Japhet Tanganga. He was solid. He was reliable. He just once again proved himself to be a bit of a leader for this team. I mean, there's nothing that you can really ask for. He's played centre-half for 5 games now. I don't think we've given up a chance in any of those games. Leicester scored 2 goals from no chances because of mistakes elsewhere in the team. Tanganga has just not put a foot wrong when playing at centre-half for United so far. He's been fantastic. And yeah, I'm giving him an 8. Mark McGuinness, I'm giving a 9. And this is tinged with sadness. I'm gutted for McGuinness because he had to go off injured at half-time. I talked about this being a bit of a statement performance for United, that we were showing our intent. And actually, this was very much that for Mark McGuinness. He had a really difficult time to his start at United. He dropped out of the team. He's become a little bit of a worry whenever he's coming in. At kickoff, I was worried. Anybody who was with me will know that I was saying things like, oof, really worried without me. Can we keep a clean sheet with McGuinness at centre-half? Well, yes, we can. I thought he had a fantastic performance. I thought against 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, he just dominated anything that came through physically. Yes, he usually needs to use his head rather than his feet, but that's fine. Just keep heading it, mate. That's all you've got to do. Offensively as well, he had such an impact. I think we had 4 corners in this game. Every single one of them in the first half landed on Mark McGuinness's big bounce. He just got on top of it. Yes, he maybe could have done better with a couple of them, getting them on target at least, but he took his goal beautifully. It's a fantastic header right in the corner, and it's a 9 for Mark McGuinness. Let's just hope his injury is not as bad as it could have been. However, because of the sub at half-time, it's important we cover everybody who was playing centre-half in this one. And while I am gutted for Mark McGuinness, I am delighted for Tyler Bindon because I'm giving him an 8 for his performance in this game. I thought he was really assured. They changed their formation. They put a big man up front to really try and get on top of Bindon, and he handled it perfectly throughout that second half. He made one really fantastic block halfway through the second half after Cooper had made his save. And I thought overall it was a massive performance for him. He showed that he's not a liability. He can compete. Put him next to a proper centre-half in a real team, and all of a sudden he looks so much more confident, so much more assured. I really liked what I saw from Bindon. If McGuinness is injured and Bindon has to start against Norwich, maybe it's not a disaster. I certainly am encouraged and excited by the performance that he put out on Saturday. At left back, old reliable Sam McCallum, giving him an 8. I think, you know, I'm slowly falling in love with Sam McCallum because I think he's going to be the story of this season. If you'd have asked me in July, is there any scenario where you see Sam McCallum as Sheffield United starting left back? I would have said no. Even if Harrison Burrows gets injured, we'll go out and we'll sign somebody. We'll bring somebody in to play that role. But McCallum has been fantastic. He has locked down that position. He's made it his own, and he fully deserves it to be his place. Nobody's getting the better of him defensively at the moment. Going forwards, he contributes. This wasn't his best game, but I thought he just completely locked down that side. Made sure Stoke had nothing to offer going forwards, and it's an 8 for Sam McCallum. Gyro 𝗲𝗿𝗵𝗹𝗹, I'm giving a 7. And I mean, you know, I've talked about composure with some of those other players, and we just need Gyro to sign the contract. As Rio Ferdinand said, it's get the contract out, put it on the table, and let him sign it. Let him write whatever numbers he wants on the sheet, because Sheffield United are back. We are back so much because of the role of Gyro 𝗲𝗿𝗵𝗹𝗹 in central midfield. He's making Peck better. He is locking it down. He's making sure that we are steady, composed. Whenever they try and come forward, he just breaks play up perfectly. Gyro's been fantastic. We need him to stay beyond January. Well, hopefully beyond the end of the season, but bare minimum to the end of this season. Next to him, Sydie Peck, and I'm giving Peck an 8. I mean, 3 games, 3 goals. I mean, I spent a lot of this season saying, I just don't know what he's there to do in central midfield. And all of a sudden, what he's there to do is just keep scoring goals. He is having a real purple patch. And like I said before, I think so much of that comes down to this partnership that he's building with Gyro 𝗲𝗵𝗹𝗹. They look so good together, so much more composed. I feel like we're seeing the Sydie Peck of last season, a player who has all of his confidence. Whenever he gets the ball, he wants to play forward, he wants to look up, he wants to be on the front foot, driving United to the opposition side. I think when he's sort of faced up one-on-one, his defensive abilities look so much stronger right now. He's winning his tackles, he's getting back into good positions to make sure that the opposition aren't just playing through as easily. It's fantastic. I think with him and Gyro, that is a proper midfield. We look like a serious team, and we've got to try and keep them together. Andre Brooks, I'm giving an 8. And I thought this was Brooks' best game of the season. I think we have had fair and relative complaints about what Brooks has offered going forwards. But I thought on Saturday, he was dangerous every single time we got the ball into him. He won the penalty for the 4th goal. He was beating his man both inside and out. I think at one point he beat him down the byline, whipped it in with his right foot. And that is something that I've never seen Andre Brooks do before. He is looking so much more confident. I've talked about this a little bit through the video, but I think the resurgence United have had over the last sort of 4 or 5 games, it's all built around partnerships. There's Tanganga and me at centre-back who have been so assured. I know they weren't playing this game, but they've been so assured together. It's Peck and 𝗲𝗿𝗵𝗹𝗹 where they get the best out of each other. But for me, just as important as any of those is Seriki and Brooks down that right-hand side. We lock it down defensively in terms of Brooks is always supporting Seriki, making sure that they're not able to double up on him, not able to just beat him down the outside. Going forwards, they double up on the fullback. They make sure that Seriki is always an option, so the defender never knows, is the pass coming? Do I need to watch the run or the man? It means we're getting the best out of both players, and I've been really excited by it this last few games. I thought Brooks, I thought he did really well. I just want to see more of that. I want to see him doing that so much more often, getting inside, getting his shots off, getting his crosses into the box, contributing for us offensively, and that's exactly what he did here. Love to see it. Yes, please. 𝗏𝗏𝗲𝗏, and I've given 𝗏𝗏𝗲𝗏 also an 8. I mean, welcome back to the first team, Gustavo 𝗲𝗏. Mainly, you know, he started a game, he got through sort of most of it. I can't remember if he was subbed off or if he was when it was, so we got through most of it is what we're going to stay with. Pre-game, I was stood in Panenka. I was with Nick. I was with 2 really good friends of the channel, Wayne and Ben, and I was questioning 𝗲𝗏's corners. I think I said something along the lines of, I tell you what, we've looked much more threatening from corners when 𝗲𝗏's not been there. You know, we've had McCallum, we've had Peck. They've been taking fantastic corners. Yeah. Obviously, Harmer answered that by immediately sticking 4 corners right on Mark McGuinness's head. I mean, we could have scored 2, 3, 4 goals from those because everyone's a peach of a ball in that McGuinness has got all the time in the world to get on target. They were fantastic crosses. He probably deserved more than just the 1 assist that he brought to this game. But I thought he looked more energetic. I thought he looked like he got sort of time in his legs to be able to get going, to be sprinting around. Really liked what I saw from Harmer. Hopefully we see more of it. Hopefully he stays fit, gets back to his best. It's an 8 from me. On to the strikers. Tyrese Campbell I've given a 7. And I've done that because I thought he was maybe just trying a little bit too hard. He was really desperate for his goal, desperate to have a huge impact on this game, but it never really clicked, I didn't feel. He was never able to just make that final pass, get through to have that really good chance. He played one really fantastic ball. I think he's the one who plays it into Brooks in the box to win the penalty, but overall he didn't have the impact on the game that he would have wanted. But also the other side of that is he probably would have done if the ref had done his job. First 20 minutes, how many times was he in behind that centre-half who just grabs hold of him, wrestles him to the ground, and the ref completely ignores it? I found myself shouting, "Ref, switch your eyes on." And no, I don't know what I meant in the moment either, but I enjoyed saying it. So it's a 7 for me for Tyrese Campbell. A decent performance. I really like the look of that partnership with Bamford, but just didn't quite come off for him on Saturday. Bamford, though, I am going a 9 because I thought that was all we could ask for from him coming in. It's his, second start for the club. I don't think we really can ask much more from Patrick Bamford than we saw. And I talked a lot about how great Seriki's goal was. You know, he gets the ball, he smacks it in from 25 yards. Yes, please, more of that. But this from Bamford was centre-forward perfection, is what I'm going to call it, in terms of the way he scores his goal. Because you watch his movement. If you go back, check the goal. You see the break coming down the right, and Bamford is always moving to try and make sure he's in a good position. Drags the defender, so he's got one eye of him over his shoulder, and then cuts in front to make sure he's got that movement in front of the defender. He's got a little bit of time, a little bit of space. As the ball comes in, he knows exactly he needs to get first contact in front of that man. He's cut in front to make sure the defender doesn't know he's there. And the header is beautiful. Straight across goal into the corner. 𝗣𝗍𝗲 is one of the best keepers in the Championship, and he had absolutely no chance. And I think that summed up a really great centre-forward performance from Bamford. I think as we get him fit, he could be a really, really important player for the club. So I liked it a lot, and it was a 9 from me. And that brings us to the manager, Chris Wilder. And again, I'm giving Wilder a 9 as well. I had so many questions pre-kickoff. I was saying, why have we dropped O'Hare? Cannon's just come into form. He's got 2 goals in his last 3 games. Are we really going to leave him out against his old team? But they answered every question you could ask of this squad, of this club, of the way we'd lined up for this game. It was a hell of a performance. It was probably one of the statement performances in the division. You're talking about somebody who has turned up, and we have just dominated against a team who were right at the top of the division at kickoff. That was just as dominant, if not more dominant, than what we saw from United last season. Last season, we did not score 4 goals in any game. I believe the last time we scored 4 goals in a game was the promotion celebration against Preston 4 years ago, 3 years ago. That was just a brilliant performance. We had a plan for every single set piece. We had worked on it. We had practiced it in training, and it caused all of the problems. It created all of our early chances. It meant that we had all the momentum in this game. It set up, obviously, the first goal, indirectly creates the second goal. So much credit has to go to Wilder, and not just him, because obviously in recent weeks we have brought in the new coaching team, people like 𝗍𝗲𝗄, the sort of Spanish lad or Portuguese lad who came in just a few weeks ago. And I think they're having a real impact on what United are doing. Our changing form has come with the changing coaching staff. And I think we have to really shine a light on that because it's having a huge impact on our season, and it really looks like it's turning things around. It just felt to me yesterday, should I say, that was a serious performance from a proper football team. And I am excited about what that could mean and just where this team could take us this season, because all of a sudden we are looking formidable for anybody who has to come to Bramall Lane, or even anybody who invites us to their place, because we are just scoring goals for fun. We are locking it down defensively. Wilder's doing an awesome job. Whatever he did in that last international break, just keep it going, because we are looking very, very good right now. And there you have it, Blades. They are the player ratings for Stoke at Bramall Lane. All very high, all very excited, and a really, really great performance. I am buzzing. I can't wait to get back to Bramall Lane on Tuesday night against Norwich. I look forward to seeing all of you there. Up the Blades.
𝗚𝗿𝗲𝗷𝗚 𝗚𝗿𝗲𝗷𝗚 𝗚𝗿𝗲𝗷𝗚